Hey everybody, I'm that one person, and welcome back to Wii Fit. I think all the audio and everything should be fine, but I can never tell for sure. at the very least, I'm pretty sure I'm using the correct microphone. So that's good. Maybe. I could have screwed something up. I have been playing this more frequently lately. On stream, and honestly, every so often just off stream. Why, you're probably asking? I am wondering that too. I guess I've just been bored. That doesn't feel like a lot of time. Alright, well, regardless, I didn't have a plan for today. I didn't really have anything to talk about today. I just wanted to do this, I guess. I guess we're just gonna... We're gonna start off with the I'm not able to say words correctly. I'm gonna start off with this, just because... Why not, I guess? I unlocked this in my free time because I was bored, and I didn't have anything else to do. But before we do this, I'm going to set up the usual poll for what we're doing next. Because I know this is going to take up like 30 minutes, so we're going to have to get back to that later. I guess I'll put them all on this time, because technically this is just me doing whatever. Alright, give me a second. I'm sorry this takes so long. I'm a slow typer when it comes to iPhones. Because I don't have, like, the physical feedback, you know? Is that just me? I mean, I never really grew up with, like, the fucking, what are the words? With a phone with, like, a keyboard or something? But I have always had keyboards, like physical keyboards. Like real keyboards on a computer, sort of thing. Right? So that's what I've been used to. That's what I've always used. I'm not used to not having, like, the physical touch to work with. I mean, I still sometimes look at, like, computer keyboards, but that's besides the point. I can usually kind of, like, feel it out for the most part. But iPhones don't really have that. Touchscreen phones don't have that at all. And it's frankly kind of annoying. Oh god. I'd hate to go on BRB so quickly, but my cat is being a pain in the ass today, even though he knows that I'm streaming right now and that I can't do this. As you can probably hear. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is there, so I'll be right back. Hi, I'm sorry. Didn't mean for that to happen. He doesn't... Usually he knows not to act like this during my streams, but sometimes he just doesn't want to put up with it. It usually happens on, like, days where I am nice to him and decide to let him hang out in my room for a long time. I'm off the board. I need to be on the board. I might keep going quiet every so often just because I'm trying to listen in. Make sure he isn't screaming at my door again. Go out and calm him down if he is. Regardless, I didn't have a plan for this today, right? He's totally fucking doing it again. I'm so sorry about this, guys. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm gonna do if he keeps acting like this today. I I wasn't expecting this. He was like super chill for like most of the day so far, so I don't know why all of a sudden. Probably because earlier in the day I let him in my room and he was hanging out. Now he wants to get back in. Whatever. He's fine. I helped him get somewhere more comfortable. He's possibly laying down. I mean, he's still standing up and looking at me. But it's usually somewhere where he lays down. So I assume he's gonna lay down. Regardless, I didn't really have anything that I wanted to do in particular today. I guess more than anything, the main reason why I'm doing this is just because I threw it at the wall like a few days ago and was like, sure, you know what, I'll do that the next chance. And then like yesterday, Arizona was like, hey, we should do well, not yesterday, but on Monday, she was like, hey, we should do GTA again. And like, I had this, I wanted to do this today, but like, I mean, sure, I'm down for hanging out with friends. You know? Oh god. That's all besides the point. I guess it's not. I'm just kind of rambling right now, and that's fine. Sometimes you just gotta take a day to ramble, and that's okay. Hopefully, this day won't involve me rambling at my cat and trying to get him to calm down again. Why are you not? I'm pushing forward, bro. Alright. Regardless, get up the slope for the love of God. Okay. Regardless, I know there's probably some people out there who are a little annoyed that I haven't started like any new series or whatever, like a new playthrough or something. I have something planned. Don't worry. I'm probably gonna start it on Monday, so next stream. I want to maybe get a plan for Wednesdays soon, also. But I don't know. The thing is, funnily enough, for like the first time ever, not only have I had a lot of ideas recently, but they've all been for fucking Mod Monday. But I just did a Mod Monday. So I need to do at least like one other playthrough. And of course, again, same rules with the game vote. I can't just start that up. Especially because I haven't even done a freaking game vote. By the way, check out the Discord. If you want Discord and chat, should give you the link. There's no one in chat right now, but that's fine. Sometimes you just need to, like, talk about nothing to nobody. Regardless, my point is, I've had a lot of ideas, but I can't really do any of them, and I can't ask you guys for ideas yet, because we just finished a game on... Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize that was going to be a cliff. We just finished a game on... I think it was Wednesdays that we were doing it? Yeah, it must have been Wednesdays. Hollow Knight, which was a game vote. And, honestly, I've been thinking about it a bit more. I feel like I was a bit too harsh about that game. Don't get me wrong, I don't really take back a lot of what I said. I still feel like a lot of it kind of... I feel like I had some good points for a lot of it, but I feel like I was just getting a little bit more than anything, I was getting frustrated with the people who did enjoy the game and were coming into my chat, and specifically the ones that were being kind of rude. And it kind of got to me, and after a while, I just sort of started to associate that with that game, I think. Kind of unfair, I feel like. It's not that bad, all things considered. There are some points that are just a little obnoxious for, like, no reason. Unnecessarily obnoxious, really. And I'm still not fucking happy that I got robbed. That's for damn sure. But, I don't know. I was kind of mean about Hollow Knight, I feel like. My microphone is capturing correctly, right? Okay, yeah. Sorry, it wasn't showing up. I just updated OBS, like, right before the stream. I haven't had any time to get used to the new, layout. They messed with the audio mixer. Honestly, I don't like it as much. Would you put your fucking wheel down? Thank you. Right? Don't get me wrong. Just for the record, I'm still not exactly, like, super excited for Hollow Knight again, and I want to get back into it. No, we're done with that. I beat the game. I don't really care that I got the bad ending, because it was really... There were parts of the game that were really frustrating, and there was parts of the audience of that game that were really frustrating. Not to say all of you. I'm sure most of you are lovely people. I, unfortunately, didn't get to meet very many of them when they came to my chat, because they didn't come to my chat, just kind of the annoying ones did. You know what, fuck it, I'll rant about it. I'm absolutely dumbfounded that so many people were getting on my case for not knowing what I'm doing. Like, my brother in Christ, do you know what the fuck a blind playthrough is? A blind playthrough implies I don't know what I'm doing. So, like, why were so many people getting on my case for not knowing every single fucking thing about the game when it was a blind playthrough? Alright, that's just been bothering me more than it should have for so long. And I just kind of needed to get off my chest. Like, really, dude, if you come to something that is specifically labeled in the tags as a blind playthrough, and then get pissed off when they don't know exactly what the fuck they're doing at any given moment, then, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Alright. Sorry. I'll try not to rant about that stuff too much. I still feel like a lot of what I said about the game, though, holds true. Like, a lot of enemies were super tanky and placed in positions where they were directly in the way, but they weren't like super difficult mini bosses or anything. It was just a regular enemy with a shitload of health and a super wide hitbox, so you just couldn't get around it. So you just had to fucking sit there for like 10 minutes attacking this same guy over and over and over just to get, like, just to move forward like 2 seconds. Like, I get it. Lots of games have stronger enemies that block paths, but it's almost never like a regular enemy that takes 10, 15 fucking hits just to go slightly further in the same room that could possibly just be a connection to a different room that also isn't that important. It's kind of ridiculous to me how much of that was. I guess we're just going to keep going and talking about, like, complaints about Hollow Knight. Don't get me wrong. The game is good, right? It's clear the developers put a lot of love and time and effort into it. The animation looks great. The controls feel great when they work. I had some problems with that. I'm pretty sure it was just my controller, maybe. I don't know. That's besides the point. There were lots of just small things that piled up on top of each other and just started to get to me after a while. You know? And it probably shouldn't have. It didn't matter at all. It was just a game that I was there to have fun with. But it just started to bother me after a while. Another thing that honestly bothered me, I don't want to talk shit about the art, because as I said, it looks beautiful. They clearly put a lot of time and effort into it. It looks nice. But, here's the thing. It was really easy to get lost in that game, I feel like. Because a lot, like each individual area, I mean, sure, obviously it would have a consistent art style, but it was a little too consistent. All of it kind of started to look the same after a while. And that's not to say that there weren't specific parts that stood out, parts that looked interesting or important or just generally nice. The thing is, though, a lot of those more important looking, like, for example, in the City of Tears, the statue room, there were a lot of parts like that statue room which looked nice, caught your attention, and would stick out in your memory that didn't really have much relevance towards making progress. A lot of the time, the parts that I would get stuck at, or like the places that looked like they might be important, words. Those two areas were not usually like the same areas. A lot of the time when there was like something that was blocking my progression, it was usually like somewhere completely way out of the way that just looked like an inconspicuous random spot on the map. But then like the or like the areas that looked like they were big important things, like the statue room, again, that statue room had like one cutscene that gave you a vague idea of what you're supposed to be doing, and then that's pretty much it. And like, sure, I get it. There's nothing wrong with having an important area like that give you a sense of direction, but I would have preferred if like there were more areas that stood out, that were easier to remember, that also had relevance, you know? Like, for example, I kept running into those weird shadow barrier things in that game. Put one of those, the important one, like, have one of those that's important, and then put it in a room that looks important. Have the area stand out, stick out in the player's memory. Because a lot of the time, there would be just so many spots where it's like, I need to come back here with a different power-up. And I would never remember to come back there with a different power-up, because all that I remember is that there was a spot that kind of looks like this, that has an area that looks like it could use a different power-up. It didn't actually stick out to me. All that I really remembered was the part that needed the power-up. Like, there were so many of those little shadow barrier things that I didn't really remember almost any of them. Because all that I saw after a while was just, there's a spot with a shadow barrier. If you were to put one in, like, the statue room or something, or have another room with a big statue, a big, important-looking statue, then I could remember, oh, that's a big, important-looking statue next to an area that looks like it needs a different power-up. I can remember where this statue is, therefore I can remember where this power-up needs to be used. Like, I feel like even if you're not actually going to directly tell the player things, there are still ways to tell the player what they need to do or how they need to remember certain things or go to certain places. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in the... Jesus fucking Christ. Holy
right.
shit. Hi, Arizona. I'm glad you popped in when I was in the middle of my Hollow Knight rant. Also, hi, David's here too. Hi, guys, what's up? I hope you guys don't mind me ranting about Hollow Knight. Because, like, I don't think the game's bad. I want to keep saying that. I want to make it clear. It's a good game. It's just there were so many things that bothered me specifically. But yeah, hi guys. I've never been jump scared so hard by Homer Simpson. Holy shit. Hollow Knight randomizer win. When I'm in the deepest depths of hell and Satan wants to torture me. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Like what? I'm curious to hear. Oh, I just went on for like 10 minutes about one thing. Oh man, I don't want to go through. Like, I feel rude not telling you, but at the same time, I don't want to bother the people watching this back later by saying the exact same thing again right after I said it. I guess in particular, I mentioned that there was a lot of enemies that have a lot of health that are way too big. So you just kind of sit there attacking the same enemy over and over for like 10 minutes just to make slight progress. And then also, I remember there was a lot of spots where like I needed to use a power-up, but all that was really important about that area, or at the very least, all that really looked important about that area, was that you needed to use the power-up there. So after a while, I just kind of started to remember what these specific power-up things looked like, and not actually the area it was in. I think that was like the main thing that I talked about. And the fact that a couple of the people who showed up to my streams were kind of toxic. Oh, right, and that the art style, while looking nice, the general areas kind of started to, like, blend together after a while. Oh god, that's a lot of text. Let me grab my phone. The trick to beating enemies is to spam spells. When I first played the game, I like never use the spells, and they do so much damage it actually completely changes the game. I mean, like, that's fair. But at the same time, I usually preferred... I mean, later on, as I got more annoyed with the game, I started to use the spells more just because I wanted to fucking move it along now, and I was sick and tired of those giant knights in the city or the fucking spider shield dudes in Deep Nest that I started using spells. But at the same time, I'm not very good at that game, so I ended up deciding to save my magic most of the time to heal up. I don't, I don't like how Arizona says, I don't want to be toxic, but... Let me guess, she's just going to say something like skill issue. I haven't said anything about the fact that I was struggling about the game. Because I get that, right? I understand I wasn't very good. I understand that there are people who do this game way better. I think the trick to enemies is not sandwiching yourself between the wall and the enemies to heal, making you get stuck in the healing animation. The problem is, there's no... If you go into the middle of the room to try to heal, then there's not going to be enough space. And regardless, I think the big issue here is that there's a lot of enemies in the game that just kind of have... There's a lot of things... The Collector in particular was one that I remember, just because it just spammed enemies, small, weak enemies, everywhere. So there was, like, very little chance to actually, you know, go anywhere. You have to discipline yourself to not heal as much as you want. Well, sometimes I need to heal, you know? I find it hardly fair when I have 1 health and I need to heal that I just can't do anything because I'm blocked on all angles anyway. And regardless, I still think that just in general, regardless of how... If there's a better way or to defeat an enemy, or if you're supposed to be doing specific things, it's just kind of annoying to have enemies that take 80 hits and like half of your magic bar just to knock out of the way to make slight progress in a room that isn't even all that important. I don't even think you fought Nosk, which was the optional boss I wanted you to fight, but oh well. Right, I think you also wanted me to fight, what's his face? The dude who kind of looks like us, but is way more annoying. Like, by that point, when I discovered the arena, which I think I was supposed to be able to fight him in, which Arizona kind of told me off stream, I just was like, I didn't want to. I just didn't care. I just wanted to push through to the end. When I first played, I thought Nosk was the hardest boss in existence. I legit had to resort to the noob strat to beat him. The noob strat? I don't know what that is. Maybe if I knew that, I could have been better at the game. Zo, that's the guy that I was that we planned on fighting but never did, just because I was so done with the game at that point. I don't think it's a bad game, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm putting it in like the same general idea of games. I categorize it with like Earthbound and Sonic Adventure. I can understand why people like it, but I just don't think I will ever really be able to myself. Whoops, I was looking at chat. The noob strat is for Nosk specifically. It takes advantage of the battle arena. Hollow Knight ain't for everyone. It is what it is. That's fair. Really, every game isn't for anyone, or everyone, I mean. No one's gonna like every game in existence, and that's just fine. No one game is going to be liked by everyone in existence, and that's fine too. You know? Just find what you enjoy and play what you enjoy, I suppose, is the big point here. But yeah, I'm guessing based off of David's description, it's like the Zelda 2 strat where you hide in the corner and just stab randomly. Does anybody dislike Mario Galaxy? I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite either. Every game isn't for anyone. Don't quote that. I feel like that game is pretty much perfect. I mean, it's fine. I don't really like the whole smaller planets level, or smaller planets idea, because it feels like a lot of the... I would rather have fewer, more fleshed out, larger levels than have more smaller levels, you know? Maybe that's just me. And that's kind of what they did with both Mario Galaxy games. And while technically, I would say they kind of did it with Mario Odyssey too. Not that they had, like, smaller levels, so much so as they had, like... They crammed the game full of so many power moons that a lot of them just kind of felt lackluster, in my opinion. There were some good, interesting ones, like the... I keep losing track of what words I'm trying to say. Like the festival in Nudong City and stuff like that. But there was also, like, a lot of moons which were like, look at this image, and then ground pound in the location. And I was not thrilled. Not to mention how many of them are literally just buy it from the shop. Theoretically infinite, really. When I played Mario Galaxy, I rented it from a local video rental place, and the disc would freeze at certain levels, so I never got to beat it. I didn't have that experience with Mario Galaxy, but I did have that experience. I have multiple games in my collection that can just freeze. Mostly PS2 games. I think I might have even showed one of them on stream. It was like the Simpsons game, and because I have two different discs of it, one from my childhood, and then the more modern one, or I mean the new one that I got because my older one broke, I put in the wrong one and it froze during like the first or second cutscene live on stream, and I had to swap the discs. So that was fun. There's at least a couple others, I think, that do that. It's really hard to drive a bike with one hand, but I keep wanting to read the chat. Super Mario Slugger's disc would freeze at the intro of the final level. I'm so sorry. Not all the moons are winners, but I think that's fine. They definitely could have replaced some of the more basic moons with another collectible, but they just didn't. That's fair. Right? I guess while we're on the subject, it's kind of like... Some of the more basic moons in Mario Odyssey are kind of like using the only other possible example I can think of. Oh, wait, no, I thought of another one that makes more sense, but I'm going to stick with it just because it's funnier. Patrick Socks from Battle for Bikini Bottom. and also the blue coins from Mario Sunshine, but we're not going to talk about those. Patrick's socks are like smaller, more like they're just collectibles that are thrown into random spots of the level. They're not like badly placed most of the time. They're like you have to look around a bit for them, but it's like a smaller collectible, but it's still important because when you get 10, you can get a golden spatula. So it's like I feel like they should have done something like that maybe. I kind of get what David's trying to say here. Well, yeah, I have to hold my phone with my other hand so I can read the chat. I can't see my computer from this angle. I'm not gonna read that second message. Still miss that video rental place and the deal they had with the pizza place next door. You've mentioned that before, and it just sounds awesome. And we need to start bringing that kind of stuff back. But yeah, I feel like sometimes a smaller collectible for like less important or interesting spots that you still want to put collectibles is a good idea for a 3D platformer. Though I will say, I guess since we briefly touched on it, Mario Sunshine sure has some very interesting blue coin placements. I mean, like, I'm not gonna talk too much shit, but there are some that are like, okay, sure, how was I supposed to know that? Like, spraying in random spots. Actually, I think one of my most problematic collectibles for me personally in that game isn't even a blue coin, but it's hidden much in the same way. Because in Delfino Plaza, there's like a lighthouse and then a small beach next to it. And then if you just spray water at a seemingly random spot on that beach, it'll give you a whole shine sprite for nothing. There's like no indication that that's gonna be there or anything like that. It's just there. Like, what the hell, dude? Fully agree. Let's take our Twitch money and make a video rental place and a pizza place together. Fucking maybe. If I had any Twitch money, I would totally be down for that. I wouldn't even be in it for the money, honestly, because I'd imagine it might not make much money. It would just be awesome to have a video rental pizza place like that. I hate when games put secrets with literally zero indication they exist. I know, right? It is the worst. It's even worse when it's like something important that you need. I mean, there's usually not that many instances. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. But there definitely are some instances where it's like, right, so I needed to do this one really weirdly specific thing to get this incredibly important thing. And how was I supposed to learn about this? Oh, there wasn't. I just had to guess. Awesome. Great. I'm so glad. You know what? While we're ranting about video games today, chat, what are some games you want to rant about? Bring up, like, one of the worst things from a video game that you can think of. I love the Metroid games, but sometimes you need to break one random block with a bomb to progress through the game, and that sucks. Oh my god. Just hearing that is, like, mentally painful. That actually hurts to hear. I think it's important that... Stop doing wheelies. I think it's really important that video games communicate with their players. You need to teach the player how the game works, and when you do that by just having random things that they need... Or when you don't do that, and just have random things that the player needs to break with no indication, that's ridiculous. I'm still missing one of the stunt jumps in GTA Online, and I don't know which fucking one. Yes, also a very good point. If you're gonna have, like, a massive collectible with, like, 80 different things to find, the very least you can do is have like an in-game tracker of it instead of just stunt jump completed 1 out of 800. Like, bitch, what? How am I supposed to find these then? You know what? Back on what David was saying about random things that you need to find, I want to just very briefly talk about Hollow Knight again. I know, I'm sorry. But there are a lot of spots for, like, important lore things that you're supposed to use the Dream Nail on. And, like, sure, I get that. That's an interesting idea. Why did you teach me that the Dream Nail works on specific things with a specific Dreamcatcher particle effect, and then have these important lore spots not give off that fucking Dream Nail particle effect that you have already taught me is where I should be using the Dream Nail? How am I supposed to know about that then?
It's me, Carl! Chill, chill!
Jesus. How? What am I gonna... Oh, right, don't run over anyone. I guess that makes sense. I would gladly fucking pay my GTA money to an NPC to mark the collectibles I'm missing on my map or something. That seems like a good idea, too. Whew. Ah, finally, my legs. I'm a little tired.
Congratulations!
Are there any important lore parts without any obvious particles? I don't remember any. I remember there being a few, at least. Maybe it was just... Maybe you unlock the particles on them after you've collected enough essence or something. But I remember, like, live in chat, one of the people I was ranting about specifically told me, dude, use the fucking Dream Nail on the thing to get important lore. And it was like 4 words total or something. And it's like, first off, how was I supposed to find that? Second off, I'm pretty sure by that point I had already asked him to not tell me how to do shit because it was a blind playthrough. But third off, I mean, Jesus, man. If you don't have the particles, how am I supposed to know? That's the whole point of the particles. I also remember finding, like, some weird mushroom thing, and I definitely remember that not having the particles, but when I hit it with the Dream Nail, it's still... Like, it made the particles show up after I hit it, but before then, there was nothing. Oh, boy. I'm gonna turn on my fan. Is this too loud for you guys? Can you hear that? Give it a second. Okay, it seems like you can't hear that. Perfect. Awesome. But yeah, how you teach your player how to play the game is insanely important. If you don't teach the player what they need to know and then just expect them to know that, that's a problem. You're gonna get your players lost and confused, and they're not gonna know what to do. This was not specifically targeting Hollow Knight. This was just like a general, teach your fucking players, know how to teach your players, show them how to do the things that are important. Don't just make them guess. Ugh. Okay, so view results for that last poll. More Training Plus. Alright, I will get another poll ready, and then we can move on to Training Plus. Okay. Give me a second. It takes so long to type. I already mentioned this earlier, but it's just so awkward typing on an iPhone because you don't have the physical... You can't feel the buttons, because there's no buttons. It's just a single smooth screen. Fucking, can I spell strength properly? And then... Okay. Start poll. And Training Plus. Teach your fucking players, cough cough, GTA hacking minigame, cough cough. I mean, there's usually like pop-ups to tell you what to do. So I wonder why you didn't see it. I wonder if maybe like you have some sort of option off or something. Which, for the record, I'm not defending them for doing that. Because if you have random tutorial messages that the player needs to see, and then just give them the option to turn it off, but then still introduce brand new mechanics and only have it in those tutorial messages, but still respect whether or not they're off, even though it's something the player hasn't seen before. What the fuck? Why am I doing it like this? Is this why I'm doing this wrong? I'm standing the wrong way on the balance board. Ice skate this way. Oh, that's probably why I sit the wrong way. I don't know if I have a setting turned off, but most of GTA Online missions and minigames for me is just like, I don't know, man, just figure it out. That sounds like you might have a setting off, but also, if it's important information, then why the fuck are you letting the players turn it off? This isn't how I skate. This is wrong. You would think I would know this, considering I was just skating like the other day. Okay, this is correct, yes. Ignore the fact that I had to, like, manually readjust and figure it out myself. I don't know which difficulty setting I went on, but I'm already losing all my points. I'm really bad at this, by the way. Fucking... It's way easier to skate on a real board. Can I just say? I have a real board. It's way easier to skate on that. Because a real board isn't this sensitive. Eh. There we go. Okay, just don't hit the cones. Good enough. I'm not a game dev or anything, but I feel like I could go on and on about how not to give a tutorial to a player, honestly. Like, how to properly teach a player how to play your game. And honestly, I feel like I might actually have some good points for that. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I will say, having a tutorial where the player can learn how to play the game by just playing the game will always be better than just having, like, a giant wall of text. Call me Tony Hawk the way no one in public be recognizing me. Damn. Isn't everyone always saying, hey, you kind of look like Tony Hawk to him, without actually realizing that it is him? Eh. Fuck. Oh, God. I'm kind of getting it. You know, the funny thing is, I was just thinking about saying, like, I think I'm doing really well this time. I mean, like, they're partially recognizing him. They know what Tony Hawk looks like. They just aren't putting it together that it is actually him. Which is arguably just as painful, but still. People are more likely to recognize him than they are to recognize me, unless it's someone I know in real life. And even then, I don't think Arizona has ever seen what I look like, or at the very least remembers what I look like. Come on, look at the speed. Damn. That was almost decent. One more. Perfect. Pure gator, that's what you look like. See? She doesn't even know, because it's actually supposed to be a crocodile. Ah! That's it, it's over. Fake friend. I know, right? I don't know where I am. Damn it! I can't do this. I fell off the board. Well, I'm struggling to get up here. How's everyone's day going? Damn it! I'm just not making the distance. There we go. I'm gonna fall off immediately. I fell off immediately. Fuck. I'm really bad at this. I could probably learn how to do tricks better on a real skateboard in real life way quicker than I could learn how to play this minigame. Bro can't go the distance, he ate Hercules. You got that right. Bitch, I made the gator. It's a gator if I say it's a gator. You literally called him the Croc King when you made that profile picture, Arizona. Oh, that was bad. I'm never gonna fucking make 30 points on this final level. I'm just telling you guys that right now. Nope. At least I'm not losing points. Also, sorry I haven't been able to re-chat. This one's a little hectic. Fuck. I mean, I'm not doing that bad. All things considered, I'm not going to make it still, I don't think. I don't think time is in my favor. Fuck. I wonder if this controls better or worse than Tony Hawk Ride. Wait. It's over. It's over. It's so over. Damn it. Zero to zero, for real, for real. I'm trying. It's called retconning, look it up. I support Crocs who want to transition to Gators, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, well, regardless of what you think about the brand, about the original picture, I have since made it more and more crocodile-like. Just look at those emotes, hang on. These ones are good examples, I think. Maybe this one? My phone is heating up like crazy for some reason. My phone is like overheating. See that? He's got like a flat snout. Wide flat. I know the difference. I have considered getting a new profile picture, honestly, just to make it look more like the crocodile. I am overheating your phone with my mind powers. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I need the break, but I'm gonna go on break for a little bit to hopefully calm down my phone so it doesn't light on fire or something. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Give me a second to hydrate, because someone redeemed that while I was in the BRB. Okay. So, the poll ended. It says aerobics. I'm going to do one more thing here, just because half of it was eaten up by the fact that I had to prevent my phone from bursting into flames. And then we'll move on to aerobics. Because that's what you guys want. Oh, use only... Oh, right, only the balance board. Okay. What the fuck? That can't be safe, right? Putting a giant plank of wood on top of a blimp like that. God, I bet you guys wish I had a face cam for this, don't you? So you could see me flapping my arms like an idiot. Come on, I had that! Come on! It's practically over because of that one quote-unquote mistake. I'm restarting. That's bullshit. I deserved that. Get ready for the Hindenburg too. I take no responsibility for whatever happens on that blimp when I land on it. I feel like the flapping isn't really accurate. There we go. If I didn't have to keep waving my arms around, I would try to read chat a bit better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Perfect. Say what you will about Wii Fit, but this certainly is a good way to get you moving. Whether or not this is a good exercise, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say for sure. But it fucking wears you out, that's for sure. Come on, bullseye. Dang. Whatever. Good enough. I feel so bad because I'm not reading chat, but I have to flap my arms. I need to bird. Oh, which way should I guess... I guess I'll hit this one and then go the other way. Because it's just right here. Perfect. Dude, Mii games are so peak. 100%! I cannot tell you how hyped I am for Tomodachi Life 2, 3. The Switch one. And fucking Miitopia also. Crazy game. Doesn't really get the recognition it deserves. Nope, backwards. We don't want to go backwards. Just, would you... Okay, fine, we're not landing then. Up, please, I want to see forwards. I need to get something off of this next one. It's pretty much over. I don't think I'm going to make it, actually. Come on. Damn it! What the hell? You guys hear they want to build a new Twin Towers in Chicago called the World Technology Center. Anyways, once they're built, other countries have the chance. I'm not gonna finish that message because I don't want to get involved in that. So close. I was so close. I'm really bad at this one. Maybe if I landed on the other one and it actually counted as me landing on it, I would have been able to do it. Alright. But yeah, Me games, man. Whatever happened to them? Why'd they just stop for so long? And then it was aerobics. Did I start the next poll? Okay, no, I did not. I don't think. Next up. I always have to back out because I forget the names of them all. Training Plus, yoga, strength training, balance, games. Nope. Okay. Done. Next poll has been created. I don't understand why the Twitch app always keeps me stuck on the same thing. We got me games. Just look at Nintendo Switch Sports. That is not a me game. That was them trying to fucking erase me's out of existence. And I'm glad, honestly, I'm kind of glad it failed. I mean, that's probably not. That's not true. I'm glad their attempt to get rid of me's failed. I'm not glad about the fact that we might not ever get another blank sports game. Wonder if maybe the Wii U's failure had something to do with it. Maybe, but I guess didn't the 3DS also have Mii's? I mean, there was Tomodachi Life and Miitopia, obviously. So yeah, it did, but like, you know? I wonder why. It just feels like such an odd choice. Okay, I'm going to take off my headphones for this, and you might hear the game audio, because I'm going to turn on the game audio, because I was wondering if maybe the reason why I was off sync the other times I tried to play this was because I was listening to an out of sync version of the song. I could do just as bad though, so don't get excited. By the way, we're not still on the BRB screen, right? Because that's what my stream is showing on my phone. No, we're good. Kind of. No, okay, we're good. He's silencing us. He's taking off his headphones so he can't hear us.
Don't shoot! I'm with the science team!
Sorry, it's just sometimes my phone doesn't... My phone shows, like, a preview of the stream, but it doesn't actually show it sometimes. Like, it'll freeze on a frame or something. So it looked like it was still on the BRB screen. It was lies! I was getting lied to by my own stream! Now that I can actually do it in time, every time I talk I go off time. Now that I can hear the damn game, I'm doing it properly! You know, when it counts it. I mean, it's much better. It's still not working perfectly. I wonder how much of it is actually me screwing up in just the game. That one was neat. I mean, I'm not too surprised that it's not perfect when I'm taking my feet off the board, because it can't really know exactly, because it can feel me when I'm stepping on the board. But I imagine it's a lot harder to actually tell when I'm stepping off the board. Also, I stepped off the wrong side there. Don't worry about it. I fell off balance. I feel bad that I keep doing mini games where I can't really read chat. I'm not really thinking about it, I'm just kind of picking them. And then I realized afterwards, oh, I can't read chat while I'm doing this. Step, 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 step. Thank you, game. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? I was gone for like 2 minutes, chat. What are you talking about? What the hell? Okay, so now we know. The fact that I was going with the delayed stream audio instead of the actual game audio kind of explains why I was doing so poorly the other times I did this. Don't know why you guys are talking about if the board likes getting stepped on, but you know, it's getting lied to by your own stream. Anything unusual, really? I mean, that's fair. Alright. I need to like get my phone somewhere where I can see it when I'm deep in these games anyway. That kind of works, I think. Yeah, I can probably read from here. Kind of. It's a little far, but I can probably read it better here. My weight is not different. Don't lie to me. Apparently, it's important that I keep an eye on my chat. Otherwise, they'll start talking about kinky shit. I mean, like, to each their own, I guess. It just wasn't what I was expecting to come back to. Okay. Well, of course, the first message is a long message. Okay, thank you, game. I'm just gonna grab the damn phone. Once I saw a streamer who was streaming VR tape his phone. Yeah, I get it. I'm trying to read chat. Who was streaming VR tape his phone to a spatula and strap it to his head so he could cheat. I was reading chat. Hello, Resort Fest. Thank you for the follow. Hi, guys. I'm trying to read chat and play a balance game at the same time. It's not going very well. Okay. Tape a spatula and strap it to his head so he can look at chat. Maybe you should look into that. I know who you're talking about. He was playing Five Nights at Freddy's on stream. A spatula sure is a way to hold chat. The thing is, he taped it to his VR headset. Where would I tape my phone? Just strap it to my face? Hey guys. You came at kind of an awkward time, but you know, I guess there's not really a not awkward time to show up when someone's streaming Wii Fit. Okay, I'm gonna focus a bit more on the... Okay, or it's just not gonna work. I'm gonna focus a bit more on the game this time. And see if I can't do better than last time. Or it cannot work. You know, that works too. Like, you can tell that I'm trying to do it, because you can see me stop spinning the thing. But the thing just doesn't move. There we go. Thank you. But yeah, hey guys, welcome in. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. What are you guys up to on your stream? I bet it was something fun, hopefully. This one. I'm playing Wii Fit because I need to do exercise every so often. And as a video game live streamer, I do not exercise much. As you can probably tell from how out of breath I'm sounding. Sorry, I didn't get the chance to say... Did I already say thank you for the Raid Resort Fest? Sorry. It's hard to remember. I'm tired. And I didn't even get that good of a score. Probably because I was trying to read about Astral Spiff taping a spatula to his face. Have you considered just only streaming Wii Fit to get your daily cardio in? Are you insane? Oh, I'm not doing that. Oh yeah, also, if you guys have noticed, there's a poll going right now, so you can vote on what I'm going to do next. I do those like every... I put the poll for 10 minutes, and then we do whatever, and then when we come back, we just do whatever it tells me to. Rerun? I don't want to do that. Basic run. Distance long. Become a Ring Fit Adventure speedrunner and get ripped. I don't have the stamina for that. If you don't have any pockets, you can hold the Wii remote. Okay. Ring Fit Adventure stream when? I don't know. Probably... I don't know. I don't want to say probably not. But I'm not going to say in the near future either. Let's put it that way. Well, then this guy needs to pick up the pace. That game is actually sick. I mean, I've seen, like, small clips of it, but, you know, I'm just not all that interested. I mean, as crazy as it is gonna sound, considering how much I've been streaming this lately, I'm not that much into fitness games. Like, I mean, they're fine, I get it. It's probably a good way to... It's probably a good way to get your exercise in. Especially if you can't, like, go outside for any reason, or just don't have the equipment you want. But, you know, I'm just not that interested. Yo, burn more... Yeah, I'm doing that. Thank you, game. Yeah, that's fun. I mean, I've heard that. I don't know. I've thought about it, but I haven't been that interested, you know? Yes, I'm aware I passed my guide. Maybe if he would get his shit together. I don't know, it's like, the thing is, if I'm gonna be paying money, I'm not sure how willing I would be to do that with, like, a fitness game. Not that there's anything wrong with it, you know? I'm sure it is a fun game. People have expressed on this stream, like, a few minutes ago, that's a good game. But, you know, sometimes I don't want a game that's gonna make me get up. I haven't bought that many motion control games in a long time, honestly. Together we can bully Damon into streaming Wii Fit Adventure. Why does my chat always want to bully me? Why do you guys like this to me? I know! He needs to pick up the pace! It's a sign of our love. Whatever you say, man. What would it take for you to play Hatsune Miku Fitness Boxing for the Nintendo Switch? Protection from copyright claims for one. A copy of the game for another. And probably an interest in Miku in the first place for a third thing. Almost done, keep it up. Okay, that's not so bad. Oh, was I supposed to be paying attention? I wasn't. I remember on another mode of this, you're supposed to be paying attention to the things around you. Together we can box Miku. Isn't she like a hologram? Wouldn't that just go straight through her? I feel like that would put us at a distinct disadvantage. Alright, let's see what the poll says. Poll, there it is. Yoga, alright, that's good. I was hoping for something a bit more relaxed. I'm getting a little sweaty. Probably shouldn't describe that to you guys. You probably didn't want to hear that, but it's too late now. Fucking... I'm having trouble just making these polls sometimes. I don't know why, sometimes I just can't type. I think this might be like the last poll of the day, because I'm getting kind of worn out. It's getting hotter here in the desert, you know? Shh, shh. Together we can box Miku. You can't just ignore the details, man. Sometimes those details are important. Alright, chat. Give me a number from 1 to 5, and then a number from 1 to 4. Alright? So left and right first, and then up and down. So from left to right, and then from top to bottom. Downward dog. Those aren't numbers. I guess I'll... which one is that? This one. I guess I'll do that. But numbers, man! I have a system. Okay. The balance board turned off during that running one. Those aren't numbers! Yeah. Lie to me all you want. My way is not different. We hate numbers. Don't we all? But sometimes we gotta use them. Numbers are used for important calculations.
Let's do the downward-facing dog pose together. Get on all fours with your hands on the balance board.
Like, why am I so broke? Because the number in my bank account is very low. That's a calculation. That's important to me.
Lift your hips as high as you can and straighten your arms and legs. Relax your neck muscles and look down at your stomach. Hold this pose. Place equal weight on your arms and legs. The weight on your hands is being measured. Let's check the results of this test when we're done with this pose.
I can't see what I need to aim for.
Well done. You're putting too much weight on your hands. Try to distribute your weight evenly between your hands and feet. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Try to distribute your weight evenly between your hands and feet. Great. Now return to your original position.
I couldn't see what I was supposed to be aiming for because I was facing down the whole time. It sounded like I did bad,
Well done.
honestly.
Keep at it every day to improve your posture.
I can only count to 4. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it was going to be much worse.
You were putting a little too much weight on your hands. Try to put equal weight on your hands and feet.
That's higher than me.
During this pose,
Great job,
keep your
guys.
head lowered so that you're looking at your stomach.
Maybe I should play Brain Age so you guys can learn something. Exactly 1 point over last time. I don't even remember the last time I did that. Maybe if I stream Brain Age, you guys will learn to count to 10. PB. Alright. 1 through 5. 1 through 4. That's a little ambitious. Well, I mean, you never know. I'm taking a second to catch my breath. Four. Okay, so something on 4. Something here. I can't see these poses without seeing smash moves. Why am I not surprised? I'll just do this one, because I assume this is what Arizona wants. She wants me to suffer. She always wants me to suffer. Step on the board.
Let's do the grounded V
Oh, I'll let the
pose
rest of the
together.
chat choose the second number. I
This
didn't
pose can
realize, because
help
you didn't
tone
say
your
that.
abdomen.
Okay,
Watch
sit on the
flow of
board.
my movements as I demonstrate. Just mirror my movements.
You guys are way up there. I can't see you.
Sit on the board and place your hands behind you for support.
Okay.
Bring your legs together. Exhale and lift your legs.
I don't know
If
about
you
that.
need to, bend your knees, but keep your calves parallel to the floor. Keep your back straight and focus on your abdomen.
Wow, that sure is a
Hold
pose.
this
I don't know if
for
I can
30
do
to
that.
40 seconds and just breathe. Exhale and slowly
Yeah, I don't know
bring
about
your
that.
legs down to starting position. Once you've gotten the hang of this movement, let's try it together.
Okay. Here we go.
Let's begin. Sit on the board and place your hands behind you for support. Watch the flow of my movements as I demonstrate.
Okay. Lift.
If you need to, bend your knees, but keep your calves parallel to the floor. Hold this pose and breathe slowly. Focus on keeping your center of balance steady. Try to keep your center of balance within
got
the
it.
yellow area.
I can feel the burn on this one. I don't know if you're supposed to feel a burn when you're doing
very
yoga.
Steady. Now just hold that pose.
I am certainly feeling a burn.
Now return to your original position.
Ow. I couldn't even do it all the way. I had to do the bend your
Great
knees
job.
thing. The burn means it's working. This one really works your core. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Impressive balance. The grounded V pose can help tone your abdomen. Training every day
Oh,
can
boy.
help improve your posture.
I should figure out what my next 2 stream series are going to be. So that way I don't have to work out next week. Because it's really hard to work out in this desert heat. Let me tell you. Dude, I actually could not get like any sleep last night just because it was so hot around here lately. I mean, it doesn't help that my room seems to have a habit of just trapping heat in it. But regardless... No pain, no gain, baby. Well, then that's fine by me. Alright, chat. Give me a number, give me another number. 1 through 5. 1 through 4. Boo. First of all, boo, and then secondly, that's not even on the thing. There is no 6. 3 and 2. Okay. 3, 1, 2. Chair. Got it. Ah, I bumped my foot against the balance board. my heel, more
Let's do
specifically.
the chair pose together.
Take a seat. I wish. I have a chair right over there, but I'm not allowed to use it, because that would be cheating.
Follow my lead as we do this pose together.
Arms out.
Breathe slowly as you maintain that pose. Focus on keeping your balance steady.
I can do this.
Try to keep your center of balance within the yellow area. You're staying nice and balanced. Try your best to hold that pose.
I tried to get on my toes like he is, because I didn't realize I was supposed to be on my
Keep your
toes.
spine stretched.
But I couldn't, so I just kind of screwed it all up.
Now return to your original position. Well done. Keep at it every day to improve
What
your
the hell?
posture. Impressive balance.
Alright.
The chair pose really works to tone your ab muscles. Daily training is
I
the
hope that's
key
not
to
Chris
improving
Hansen,
your
because I don't think I
posture.
have any reason to talk to him. But I'd be worried if anyone in this house had any reason to talk to him. I don't know what my sister's getting up to in her spare time. I assume it's nothing like that. Joking aside, I assume that there's nothing like that. But still. Okay, strength training. That's what's up next. I might make this... Yeah, this might be the end of it. I'm just gonna keep doing this until... Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna pick the first one just because I think I can actually do this one. And then while I'm doing that, 1 through 5, 1 through 3, I guess, because I haven't unlocked these. Okay, I can do 10 push-ups. Not sure about the side plank. Okay. I was getting down to the floor so I could actually do the
Let's
push-up.
do the
I
push-up
forgot I have
and
to
side plank.
calibrate first. Okay.
Place both hands on the Wii balance board.
Okay, give me a sec. Oh, I don't have to be in the position yet.
Extend your feet behind you. First, we'll do a push-up.
Okay, I'm ready.
Push-up.
Good.
Right side plank. Now, return to your original position.
I got it.
Push-up. Left
Oh.
side plank.
I did it way too early.
Now, return to your original position. Push-up. Right side plank. Now, return
There's
to
not
your
enough room
original
for this.
position. Push-up.
Oops.
Left side plank.
I keep doing it too early.
Now, return to your original position. Push-up. Right side plank.
There we go, I'm getting it.
Now, return to your original position. Don't forget to keep breathing while you exercise. Have
I've
you
got
dropped
it.
your hips? Don't hold your breath, or you may raise your blood pressure. Count with me. Don't
Whoa.
give up.
I fell off balance.
Have you dropped your hips? Great.
I assume
Keep
breathing
it
is
up.
important.
That's it. Feel your upper arms getting toned.
You can probably hear me breathing a lot.
Exercise every day to help tone your body. Don't give up.
I'm almost there.
Exercise every day to help tone your body.
I'm sliding. I'm almost there.
Great.
We're done?
We're all done.
Ah,
Nice work. Train every day to keep toning your body.
Those side planks were a lot more effort than I thought.
I'm impressed. You're pretty strong. Once you get used to this exercise, push yourself a little harder and increase the number of repetitions.
I just did! Maybe I shouldn't be in charge of picking, because that messed me up. Oh, no. You're fucking nuts if you think I'm gonna do that right now. Maybe another time. Those side planks really fucked me up, man. Alright, what are your guys' picks? 1 through 5, and then 1 through 3. Whew. Please don't do anything with the arms again. You pick 1. Okay. 1 and 2. Rowing squat. Okay. I'm a little nervous at 15 being the minimum. Whew. It's leg day. I
Let's
just
do
did
some
my
rowing
arms.
Squats. First, I'll show you how to do this exercise. Stand on the balance board with your feet shoulder width apart.
Okay.
Swing your hips out and bend your knees slightly, about 120 degrees. At the same time, pull your arms back and your shoulder blades together.
So pretty much
This
just pretend that
exercise
you're
will
rowing a
strengthen
boat.
your thighs and back muscles. Make sure your knees aren't pressing out past your toes.
Alright.
Now that you've learned it, let's try it together.
Before I do this, I just want to thank everyone for showing up here today.
Let's work on
Because
filling
I
up
know
your
Wii
thighs
Fit
and
isn't
back
really
muscles.
that popular of a game, but I still enjoy streaming it from time to time. It's ridiculous, but it's pretty fun. Even if I am a disgusting sweaty mess by the end of it.
Try to keep your center of balance within the blue area. Try counting out loud.
No thanks.
1, 2, 1,
Okay.
2, 1, 2.
This doesn't feel like it's
Great. Keep it
really
up.
doing anything.
That's it. Feel your thighs and back muscles getting toned.
Are they? Am I doing it wrong? I can't tell. I don't know if that one was even
Way to
actually an
go.
exercise. I'm not confident in that one.
Great. You're pretty strong. Once you're used to doing this exercise, try adding more repetitions and push yourself a little harder.
We are getting swole. I'll try to remember that for our next title. When I stream this again. Which will probably happen eventually. Alright, chat. Give me one more combo. And I think that's going to be the end of it. Because I'm getting tired. I'm tired and hungry. I gotta start dinner after this. Okay, 3. I'm making spaghetti for dinner tonight. I was supposed to make it last night, but I forgot. So, 3. Okay, we just have 3 to work with. I don't mind getting a second to breathe. Just 3, I guess. Okay. Oh my god. I have my computer turned up super loud right now so I can hear the game. But that always shows up way louder than it should be. I guess 3 and 3. I guess 3 and 2. Yes, I am being a coward, but it's because I'm tired, okay? I was tired when I started, and now I'm tired physically, too.
Let's work on doing some sideways leg lifts. Here, let me show you how to do this exercise. Just mirror my movements.
Okay.
Stand on your right leg. Lift your leg sideways while raising your arm. This exercise will help strengthen your hip and shoulder muscles.
I see that.
Repeat this motion several times.
I can do that.
Now let's switch to the other side.
You will allow cowardice
Stand on
for
your left
now.
leg.
I appreciate
Don't
that,
touch
because
the floor
sometimes I
between
need to
reps. Go
be
slow and
allowed
focus on your
to
side.
relax.
Are you ready to go? Let's try some together.
Okay, here we go.
Work on toning those hip muscles. Stand on your right leg.
Give the sassy pose. Is it necessary to do the sassy pose? I'm gonna do it anyway.
Keep your body steady as you lift your arm and leg. Try to keep your center of balance within the yellow area.
They always hit you with the center of balance thing. I always forget about that.
Try not to let your weight shift. Keep your movement firm and steady.
Please shut up.
Nice job. You've got great balance.
You have to do the sassy pose. It's non-negotiable. Understood.
Try counting out loud.
No.
1,
I'm off center.
2,
I think I'm not standing in the right spot on the board.
1, 2.
And now I'm falling. I'm
Your
much
legs
worse
are
with my left
shaking a
leg.
little. Nice job. You've got great balance.
I'm not as good with my left leg.
Nice work. Train every day to keep toning your body.
As you can tell. Jesus.
You put your foot down, didn't you?
Don't you judge
During your
me.
daily training, focus on the muscles that support your upper body.
He's very judgmental for someone who doesn't actually have to deal with the physical weight of a human body. You know that? Alright. I think I'm too tired to keep going. So, thank you everyone so much for sticking around. I appreciate it. Thank you again to... Give me a second. To Resort Fest for the raid, and thank you to everyone who showed up from that and decided to stick around. I appreciate it, as always. Thanks for streaming us today. Thanks for watching today, you know? Because I haven't really done anything... I mean, not even big, just like... I haven't even started up a playthrough for like the last 4 streams. And I kind of feel bad about that, but at the same time, I've been having fun just doing these random, dumb streams. I've been having a good time. I'm probably going to get back into the swing of things soon-ish. At the very least, I already have one idea planned. This was fun. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's always fun. You guys are always part of the fun. It's not as fun if I was just doing this on my own. It's nice having someone to talk to. Even if I'm gasping for my breath half the time. Alright. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna head out, get some rest, make dinner, and then... yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys next time. Peace.